Swamiye Sharanam Ayyappa. Ayyappa, the Lord of Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga is our time, the time that we live in, a time that we cannot avoid because our existence is in this time. So, as per the fluctuation of time, we fluctuate. Lord Ayyappa, as we see or witness or experience in Sabarimala, according to me, it is a samadhi of a great master, a complete avadhuta, a fully expanded consciousness. All the great places of pilgrimage are usually samadhis, where great masters left their body. Great masters are already expanded consciousness, means they have become from the unit to the universe. They have transcended from a unit to the universe. Lord Ayyappa is same. Very, very powerful master. Very, very powerful God. Godhood happens when one merges his limited consciousness to the unlimited consciousness. Same happens through sadhana to samadhi. Lord Ayyappa is attracting thousands of people every year to his abode. There are numerous Ayyappa temples in the world. There are numerous places where people worship Ayyappa as a deity. But Sabarimala is exceptional. People take a kind of ritualistic practice to prepare themselves to reach the abode of Lord Ayyappa. And it's not easy. It's in the middle of a forest, up the hill, 4 or 5 kilometers of climbing forest with wild animals. And Ayyappa is sitting in a place, or he left his body, he operates from a place where it's not easy to reach. Today there are so many facilities. People can come by car or vehicle until the river Pamba, and from there they can walk. And there are various facilities. There are people who carry people, etc. So it's not all that difficult, but it is difficult. It is not easy. People purify themselves sufficiently before they start the journey for this pilgrimage, because it's tedious. It needs a lot of grace. You need a lot of grace and a lot of support from the Lord, and the Lord has to invite them. Do come. I'm waiting for you. Only then you can go there. So, since time immemorial, people are going to Sabarimala to have darshan, to have some time in that energy field of the great master. A man becomes a master when he transcends his mind. A man becomes God when he transcends his essence and merges with the essence of the universe. Means when the consciousness merges, he becomes God material. There is no death. There is no death then. There is no birth, there is no death. So a master who has attained that stature can deliver all the time without any boundaries or barriers. Continuously. That's what we see in Sabarimala. Thousands of people are attracted to the Sabarimala, and all these people are getting fulfillment. As I had said earlier, the purification was basically purity of thoughts, purity of words, purity in action, purity in intention, and purity in every aspect of existence. This means your usual boundaries or usual comfort zones are broken. People get up very early in the morning, like we do in Early Birds Club, 4 o'clock. They get up. Actually, temples open soon after 3. Brahma Muhurta begins at that time. People get up at that time. They take a bath in the natural water, irrespective of whether it's hot or cold, means normal water, room temperature, whatever the temperature is. And during December, it's usually cold, so they take a bath in cold water. They do not shave, they do not cut their hair, they do not do any kind of pruning and any kind of makeup. Then they do not eat any materials from animals, especially meat, fish, eggs, etc. They will not touch. They completely refrain from animal products. Then they do not indulge in sex. They do not indulge in gossips, or they do not indulge in any kind of negative action or negative engagement. Then purification happens. So 41 days of this purification purifies you from cellular level. Then you go for this pilgrimage. And those days, many years ago, there were tigers, there were elephants. So people do not know whether they will come back. So they bid goodbye to their family and say that if Ayyappa wills, we will come back. They pack their things, they take food materials for cooking and eating on the way. They take various materials and then they go for the pilgrimage. This was such an elaborate program. Now with the facilities of the vehicles, it's become much easier. Once they start climbing, they have to endure all the toughness of the terrain, and then they reach the sanctum sanctorum. Then they do the rituals there, there are a series of rituals and methods to do that. And then they climb the 18 steps to reach the sanctum sanctorum, the place where Lord Ayyappa waits for them, meets them. And these 18 steps are also significant. There are 18 aspects of our existence, such as organs of action, organs of perception, mind, ego, intellect, and various states such as waking state, dream state, deep sleep state. All these states you overcome, because layer by layer we have to overcome ourselves. We have to come out of our seemingly experienceable personality, as we are usually used to in this world. We have to come out of all that. When we come out of all that, it's written there, Tat Tvamasi, you are that. Whatever you have come for, searching, that's you. That means once you overcome the mind, intellect, ego, body, and all the aspects of our existence, you find the spirit inside, the energy inside. And that's the real you. That's what Lord Ayyappa says. You have come to yourself. You have come here to find yourself. You have not come here to find me. I am yourself. So Lord Ayyappa merges you to yourself. So this is the usual method which we follow. And that is why we call Ayyappa as Kali Yuga Varada. That means the Lord of this time, Kali Yuga. Because Ayyappa signifies our truth. There are so many ways you could find your truth through rituals, etc. But this is a very powerful way where you abstain from all the usual stuff of life, abstain from certain food, abstain from certain habits, and then we cultivate a connection with ourselves, always chanting. They even wear a cloth, which is usually dark cloth, like the people who worship Lord Shani, Saturn, wear the black cloth, because it signifies renunciation, nullification, kind of completion. And that's what people wear to isolate themselves or seemingly separate themselves from the usual crowd. Then they will not engage into gossips, fights, violence of any kind, etc. So mind is controlled, ego is controlled, almost everything is consciously controlled. They do not even wear slippers. They wear nothing. That means they walk barefooted. And it's not easy to walk barefooted when we are used to slippers, shoes, and all those walking shoes, running shoes, jogging shoes. It's not easy. So we literally break all the comfort zones systematically so that we become completely liberated. And then we reach Lord Ayyappa with full reverence, lot of bhakti, devotion in mind. And the mind is so purified and it's only devotion, cellular level purification. And then we reach Lord Ayyappa and we get certain bliss. It's difficult to explain. Women from 10th age to 50th age are not allowed in the temple. That is mainly because from those days it was Ayyappa is a brahmachari, he's a celibate and he is meditating there as a celibate. That is one reason. He does not want any interaction with women and women of a certain age. After 50 they are allowing. They allow women after 50 and girls below 10. Another aspect is it was very, very difficult to go there. Unlike now, it was thick forest, and to take women and children, it's very dangerous and very risky. That was one of the reasons. And thirdly, the abstinence that they do for 41 days is not easy for women to do. So how do women then support? Women used to support the men who do this. So it becomes a collaboration in the family. So almost everybody is doing this, but men goes there as a representation of the entire family. It's a beautiful system. If we practice this like this for 41 days, a kind of annihilation and dissolving all our comfort zones consciously, it really helps us to have a stable existence. And once a year, it's entire purification, detoxing. It's a good idea. No alcohol, no meat products or animal products. So complete abstinence from the present day lifestyle. So there is a deep meaning to it, and there is deep purification which only you can feel when you practice. This is a very good idea to join together and we follow that principle. It's a very good idea. And Lord Ayyappa is, some people say he is Lord, some people say he is a guru, a master. I consider him as a perfect avadhuta, totally renunciated. He left everything and sat in the forest. And he said, those who have to come and see me can come and see me, but they have to follow purification before you reach here. And he made that system, he suggested that system because first of all, it's not easy to reach there. Second, if you really, really want to come, I'll reward you with whatever you are looking for. So people go there not for material gains. People go there to attain the godhood. People go there with that determination. That is why I said Tattvamasi, you are that. And then the realization is Aham Brahmasmi, I am the consciousness, I am Brahma. So from that knowledge or belief that Tattvamasi to the awakening that I am Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, that's the result. So Sabarimala trip is an extraordinary trip. Words cannot explain it. This is something which you have to experience. But as I said earlier, not everybody is allowed. Like the ladies between 10 and 50 are not allowed, but after 50 you can go. There should be a kind of document to prove it. But otherwise, everybody is allowed. There is no barrier. So this is not discrimination. This is because of certain reasons. I can explain that some other time. But for now, just understand, this is a thing which will rejuvenate you, connect you to yourself, and you will start experiencing a deeper understanding of yourself. Wish you great success. This is Mohanji for you. Namaste.